The second type of angle measurement that exists is radians. Let's talk about what radians are. If we have an angle where the terminal side meets the initial side, in terms of radians, we say that that measurement is 2 pi radians. Okay? So 1 radian would be 1 over 2 pi of a revolution. Keep in mind that the quantity 2 pi is approximately 6.28, right? So what that means is, I'll get rid of that. So 1 radian is approximately 1 over 6.28 is approximately 1/6 of a revolution. Yeah. So a radian is way, way bigger than a degree, right? Because 1/6 of the way around is a lot bigger than 360th of a way around. Yeah? I like to think about it like this. 1 degree, we already know, is 1/60th of a revolution, right? So we have our angle, that's 360 degrees. We imagine 360, and these are actually way too big, but 360 little pieces, right? Yeah? And so a degree, you know, something like that, really, really tiny. That's actually too big. But a radian, right? 1 radian is approximately 1/6 of a revolution. It's a little less than 1/6, but think about this being our angle. That's 2 pi radians all the way around, right? And we think about separating this into, you know, sixths. So, you know, maybe something like 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh wait, hold on. That's going to not be the right size. Let me redo that. 3, 4, 5, 6, and then of course we have to have the 0.28 back. So right here, right, this angle here, measurement, this is from here to here. That's 1 radian. Yep. So it's a lot bigger than a degree. Yeah? Formally, a radian is the measure of an angle with vertex in the center of a circle of radius 1 that, quote, subtends the circle into a piece of length 1, of arc length 1. What? Okay. So we're going to say formally a radian, I'll say it again, is the measure of an angle with vertex in the center of a circle of radius 1 that subtends, and you could think of that as slices the circle into a piece or arc length, which is just like a segment of a circle of length 1. Yeah. Here's a picture of what I mean. So let's say we have this circle with an angle whose vertex is in the center of the circle, right? We already said that this circle has radius 1, right? Whenever you have a arc length that's also equal to 1, the angle that cuts that circle into that piece right here is measured 1 radian, right? So that's the idea. That's how big it is. How many radians are in a degree, right? Or vice versa, how many degrees are in 1 radian? Well, that's an easier question to answer if we think about revolutions, right? 2 pi radians, we already know that's 1 revolution all the way around. That's the same thing as 360 degrees, right? If I divide both of these sides of this equation by 2, that means that pi radians is 180 degrees. That idea, the idea that pi radians is equal to 180 degrees, gives us 2 ideas. If I divide both sides of this equation by 180, I get pi over 180 radians is equal to 1 degree. So that's how many radians are in 1 degree. Or we can also think of dividing both sides by pi so that we get 1 radian is equal to 180 over pi, 180 degrees divided by pi. Okay, so that's the relationship. And we can use this relationship to convert between degrees and radians, and vice versa. I'm just going to do the conversion one way, and you can follow some other examples in the text to convert the other way. So we're going to convert 120 degrees to radians. Right? First of all, 120 degree angle looks something like this. It's bigger than 90, less than 180. So we're going to take 120 degrees. I'm going to multiply it by pi over 180 degrees, right? I do that so that the degrees cancel, right? And I know that there are pi over 180 radians in 1 degree. So if they're in 120, we're going to multiply that by pi over 180 radians. And that gives us 120 pi over 180, right? I can cancel the zeros. And if we reduce, we get 2 pi over 3 radians. And then if we're going to convert from radians to degrees, we'll multiply by this other factor, this 180 over pi. Yeah. One more note. Often, if an angle is measured in radians, you will see no units on the measurement. Yeah, it just gets left off, and it's just understood. If it's degrees, you'll see the little circle. If it's radians, there will be nothing there.